Hello Internet, and welcome to my live reaction for Eden Zero Chapter 27. When we last left off, the real sister Ivory showed up, whoops the fake sister's ass in like 5 seconds now that she had no powers, because Ivory was not strapped in the machine. We then learned that Ivory had come to Guilst in the first place in an attempt to stop a Liga 10 years ago, so she quickly finishes that job. Makes me wonder why she was on the planet long enough to get caught in the first place, but whatever, I'll take it. And the gang heads out to leave Guilst before the chronophage comes and kills them all. Meanwhile, we find out a little bit more about Jean. That he followed Sister in order to get the fake sister to heal his sister clean. No more details on that. But I imagine that'll end up playing more into his storyline going forward. Maybe it'll be a way to, like, redeem him and bring him into Team Eden Zero. I don't know. Anyway, jumping right on into Chapter 27, titled Guilst Escape Plan. Our cover picture is a provocative picture of Ivory. My secret, if you want to know, you better kneel down. So we open right where we left off, with the streets of Guilst in chaos. The chronophage is on the attack. We see, like, the streets are crowded. There's smoke everywhere. Ships, like, litter the sky. The planet Guilst is on the brink of disaster. And yeah, people are still running. Someone's shooting into the town? I don't know what's going on there. Chapter 27, Guilst Escape Plan. Just a whole bunch of shots of, like, the carnage of Guilst as like, chaos takes the streets. Pino and Rebecca watch on. What a panic. If Shiki doesn't hurry up, we'll be in trouble. And Pino, like, looks down in thought and then talks to Rebecca. Miss Rebecca, I am glad that we were able to rescue Miss Copa. Oh, because Pino had, like, questioned the intelligence of saving Copa. They get some kind of beep. It's a transmission from the ship. Master and friends will be arriving shortly. Oh, it's someone, like, talking to Pino. Friends? Wise and Miss Homura. And sister as well. Miss Homura joined us and contributed to the escape plan. Because she doesn't know. I forgot Rebecca's not met Homura yet. Shiki made quite a few friends while I was gone. Scary. I had forgotten how this whole arc started. Wow. I'm slow. Yeah, I had completely forgotten that all this started thanks to Rebecca getting kidnapped. Anyway, Rebecca hears some, like, loud noise and turns back. What's that noise? Huh? And a building, I don't know if it's the building they just came out of, but a building just, like, collapses. The building and the rubble, like, falls all around them. It seems to avoid them itself. And, like, a root pops up from the ground. Wah! And it sends Rebecca flying. What's happening? Is this because of the chronophage? I mean, aren't you supposed to just eat time? Stop destroying this planet. The gravity field is reaching unexplained numbers. The planet's ether is counterflowing. Oh, so it starts to, like, move back in time, like physically back in time. It's not just like the chronophage shows up and it just, like, snaps back. Okay, that's interesting. We see roots, like, coming up all over Guilst, crowding up that, like, big center building. Whoa, a whole bunch of trees are popping up out of nowhere. We have a shot of the trees, and then Rebecca, like, falls into a newly made hole. Miss Rebecca! She falls. Miss Rebecca! Continues to fall. Oh, and there's Shiki come to rescue her. Just in time! Yep, there's Shiki. Shiki! Master! And Shiki kind of, like, grabs onto the wall and, like, skids down, and then jumps right back up, landing back on the surface. Looks like you saved me again. Don't worry about it. We're friends, aren't we? Meanwhile, Wise, Homura, and Ivory are, still somewhere, I guess. I don't know where they are. I guess they're. I think that's the front entrance, right where Shiki and Rebecca are. They're a bit away though. And Wise looks on like the carnage. What's happening here? Due to the incoming chronophage, this planet's ether is going crazy. And Ivory, like, gets mad at the trees. Disgusting. The trees look alive. Stop slithering and moving, you freaks. And why is Wise? Let us save the introductions for later. We need to get out of here at first. And Ivory notices something. Oh, look at that! It's the Eden Zero! Oh, it's a witch has come in to save the day. Damn, I missed that ship. This is the Eden Zero. We can't get near enough due to the trees. And Happy takes over the intercom. Rebecca! Demon King, is there no way to move the trees? Rebecca, are you okay? Happy! And yeah, Happy is... I've missed Happy this arc. Happy has, like, not been around all this arc. It's been a shame, but he's back. But what can we do? The trees are growing at an exponential rate. Hey, we're going to get trapped here. And Wise, like, activates his ether gear. We just have to get through these trees, right? And then Homura does the same. Let's do it. Dance of the leopard claw! And she, like, cuts through all the trees. Ether gear? And Ivory notices, or recognizes her ether gear. That sword. And she starts, like, cutting through everything. Atlas Flame! Oh, hey, I got that reference. I see you, Mashima. Yeah, so, Wise is a flamethrower, named after, of course, the fire dragon from Fairy Tail, Atlas Flame. A flamethrower? Where'd he get that? He probably configured his assault rifle into that. And we see, like, the trees are all, like, burnt up and, like, dying and cut up. We cannot land yet! Hurry! The trees still continue to grow, blocking the Eden Zero. Well, we'll be fine with this big of a hole opened up. That's impossible. In order to land, and Shiki, master of gravity, leave the landing to me. And which mouth drops open in shock. And Shiki, like, takes Rebecca by the hand and takes someone else by the hand. That's probably Wise. I don't know. I can't tell. Everyone, hold on tight. And Rebecca's figured out what he's about to do. No way. Here we go. And we see like a burst of air, like, out from them. And Shiki, like, jumps and sets their gravity to go straight towards the Eden Zero. To Eden Zero! We're flying! Oh! The group, dashes through the hole they've cut up in the trees. We're flying! More accurately, we are falling towards Eden Zero. Gravity is pretty amazing. So this is the Demon King's strength. Let's go! And Ivory, like, looks on at Shiki. And then... what's going on here? So, they land at... Ivory looks at him. Sorry, I got a little bit phased out there. They land on the Eden Zero, and I guess they head inside real quick. We don't need to see them actually, like, go inside. We'll be leaving Guilst now. Eden Zero, full thrust! We have a shot of the chronophage finally reaching Guilst right as they escape. This day would be known as the Day of Guilst's Purification. A planet fueled by money and lust. Almost ironic that a disaster would turn into a more prosperous time. Eating away many lives, and eating away 1,200 years of time. So sorry for that guy who thought he would go back in time and be young again. Last chapter, he's dead. The Guilst is now back 1,200 years ago. Okay. The creation beyond the knowledge of man. Space continues to be enclosed in mysteries. To be continued in chapter 28, New Friends. So yeah, the Guilst arc is over. We're done. Guilst is over, for one thing. All civilization on Guilst has been wiped out in the 1,200 years that it got, like, thrown back in time by the chronophage. And next week, given the New Friends chapter title, I imagine is going to be more introducing Rebecca into Homura and Ivory, who she's not met yet, and kind of setting up for wherever our next arc takes us, which, who knows what that is? Probably finding another one of the Starshines. But yeah, we now have 2 of the Starshines we need to break out of the Sakura Cosmos. And yeah, the Guilst arc is over and done with completely. So this chapter was a fine, it wasn't like a breakout chapter or anything, but it was a lot of fun. It was a good, get out of a bad situation chapter, as we see, everyone's powers except Rebecca, once again, come together. Well, Rebecca and sister, actually. But we see Shiki, Homer, and Wise come together to break free of the growing forest, and help them get onto the Eden Zero. We see a bit more of Homer and Wise's powers. Not really anything like brand new, but more of a further application of them, as we see Wise create a flamethrower, and I think this Dance of the Leopard Claw move is a new thing, but maybe she used it when she fought the Rogout members, I don't know. Important to note, of course, is that Ivory looks on with shock at Homura's sword. So maybe, because Witch has not seen the sword yet. So it's not like they're hiding the sword, or not like anyone is, like, intentionally hiding the sword from them. It's not like Witch, like, knows about the sword and didn't talk about it. So probably next week, Ivory will give us some more details on that sword, which will prompt Homura to go into a bit more of her backstory. And find out what exactly her deal is with the Demon King. But beyond that, this was a fun let's get out of here chapter. I'm curious if the Guilst of 1200 years ago is going to, like, play a role in the future. I can't imagine it would. But who even knows what's going to happen as a result of that. I don't know. My thoughts on the Guilst arc as a whole, I will say, I think it's about as good as an arc with this plot could be. You know, as soon as Aliga's whole thing of, like, turning nude women to stone and using them as furniture was, like, revealed, you know, we knew we were going into kind of a trashy arc, and it was in a way, but I'm especially happy for, as I mentioned in several past videos, Rebecca being the one to bring down Aliga in the end. She's the one who shoots him in the head and leaves him to die, or kills him. Ether bullets are all kind of weird. Maybe he died from Rebecca, maybe he died in the chronophage attack. Hopefully he's not 1200 years old and comes back with the 1200 year back in time thing. Hopefully he's dead for good. But yeah. So I think that's really all I have to say. The arc, still more about the arc, actually. Jean, of course, is a cool rival for Shiki. I do not imagine he will stay a rival forever, now that we know he has the sympathetic sister plotline. He's probably going to end up, if not joining Eden Zero, at least becoming an ally to them the next time we see him, whenever that may be. And yeah, Ganoff and the square sumo wrestler. Moscow, I think was his name. Moscow's dead. Moscow's definitely dead. Jean got out, I know. Just because it would be a bad storytelling to have him die here. Ganoff left before Jean. I don't know if he'll come back, but he's probably still alive somewhere. But yeah. I think Rogue Out were cool villains, especially Jean and Ganoff a little bit, and Fake Sister. Moscow was lame, but Moscow's also the most minor member of the group, so I don't really care about him. But yeah, I'm rambling on without a whole lot of knowledge of where I'm going, so I'm going to leave this video off here. Hope you all enjoyed the chapter and the video. If you did, feel free to drop me a like or subscribe, or, you know, do whatever the fuck you want. I don't really care. And as always, people, keep kicking ass, and I'll see you in the future. Bye!